Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. So today our topic is going to be one of the Scrum Master interview concept. Okay, so as a Scrum Master, you will be facing this question: how we will be helping the team to pick up good user stories. So this might seem quite interesting. Why the Scrum Master has to help the team? But you are the going to be the communicator majorly between the product owner, development team, testing team, everyone, right? So as a Scrum Master, it is one of your responsibility to help team pulling up the backlog for a sprint. It is already prioritized so that you pull the items which are placed on the top. So how you will help team to pick up good user story? Okay. Basically, this can be done by the Scrum Master during two phases. One is backlog refinement or the grooming session we call, and the other one is obviously the sprint planning. So in these two stages of each and every sprint, right, Scrum Master can pitch in and help the Scrum team to identify good user stories. Okay, so how we will be able to identify, because there will be a pile of requirements, right? Already we know the backlog will be there, so that's why we are going for the grooming session or the backlog refinement, and there will be the sprint backlog. Okay, so from all these things, how a Scrum Master will be able to help the team to identify good user story and convert them into a proper user story. Okay, it's going to be based upon invest principle. So using this invest principle, we can do that. Okay, so here if you see, the meaning for I means independent. So independent or reduced dependency, we can call it. Okay, a good user story should be like having minimal dependencies. Okay, it should be like a kind of a piece of requirement which can be delivered within the particular sprint, and it doesn't have any more number of dependencies. So reduced dependency, that's going to denote this in invest I, independent. Okay, then the second one is N. Under invest, N stands for negotiable. Okay, if you take any piece of requirement, right, not everything is like likely to be implemented in a positive way. There might be certain challenges, but even though after removing certain criteria, still that particular requirement can be implemented easily. Okay, so this negotiability between the product owner and the Scrum team, that should be existing for that particular requirement. Okay, so the user story which the Scrum Master can suggest, it should be independent, it should be negotiable between the product owner and the Scrum team. Okay, and next one is V. V is the main one, we all know, valuable. Why it's very important? For every sprint, we are going to produce something valuable, right? At the end of the sprint, you will be having some output. So this is why V for valuable, that is very much needed there, which will be providing actual real value to the end customer. Okay, so it should be a valuable user story. And the next one is E. E stands for estimable. So different teams will be having a different timeline for a sprint, starting from 1 week to 3 weeks. Okay, it might be, so some teams will be having 2 week sprint, some team might follow 1 week sprint, some team might follow 3 week sprint, okay? So anything, any user story you are going to take up for implementation and testing and closure, it should be like estimable within the particular sprint, okay? It should not be like too big. The requirements or the acceptance criteria, it should not be too big or too vague for the team to, bit challenge. It should be like very easy, easily estimable and easily doable, okay? So that is what E stands for, invest. And the next one is yes. S stands for small. So estimable in the sense, estimable and small, if you see, they are like very close to each other. But the major difference between estimable and the small is estimable, it's like actually going with the proper estimate. Say that particular sprint, how many planned vacations are there, how many team members are available actually. So how many hours of work is there and how it can be planned. That is kind of estimable. Okay. The small is like general meaning, that user story should be a small one, that it can be completed in the sprint by that particular Scrum team. Okay, so you should not get confused between the estimable and small. Both are like similar close concept. The primary difference is in the estimates, you have to actually look for the real estimation, looking for the hours of work and how many team members are available, what are the planned vacation, those things. Small in the sense, it's just plainly go to the user story requirements, how much of effort is going to be needed, the base thing, okay? And the last one, it's T, it should be testable. Yeah, for testing, right, sometimes we'll be needing some additional setup or, say some extra credentials you need or some setup will be needed. So while you are going to consider a good user story, you should also ensure that it is being testable based upon the acceptance criteria which is defined for the user story. Okay, so the good user story should be having a good acceptance criteria which will help the test team to achieve it within that sprint by completing the testing phase. Okay, so this is how, guys, using this invest principle, the Scrum Master will be able to help the Scrum team, also suggest the product owner, everyone, which user story will be a good one for them to plan and go ahead. So it's basically done, as I told, in the phase of backlog refinement or is sprint planning. Both the places a Scrum Master can suggest a team and help the team to go ahead and fulfill the commitment. Okay. So hope you all got some idea of, how the Scrum Master is playing a vital role in helping the team to pick up good user stories and going on with the process. Okay. So hope to see you all soon on the next video, guys. All of you take care. It's your VK signing off for now. Bye.